God damn it! Ah! Ah! Do the thing.
It's Godzilla! It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not. Still, we should run like it is Godzilla! Though it isn't.
Zaslav, if you sue me, fair use, motherfucker. In case you haven't noticed, this review is not for children. If you are children, piss off. Okay. We are here to talk about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. It's Grant, the movie and TV guy. Godzilla Kong, not Godzilla X Kong. Godzilla Kong, The New Empire, is directed by Adam Wingard, who should know better, and it stars a bunch of actors who are better than this. The only one who comes out of it looking good is Dan Stevens. And it's a delightful story about how Godzilla and Kong fuck. Shit. Loud noises. And then someone shoots laser breath. And there's no soul. Look, I'm fuck the plot. I hated this movie. I'm gonna be real about it. I am being really generous not giving this. I'm not gonna give this 0 stars. I think I'm being very generous here. This was shockingly hard to sit through. I'm gonna be real about it. I love this franchise. Even the original 2014 Godzilla. Even the TV show, Skull Island and Monarch Legacy of Monsters. I eat up this franchise. And I'm sure it'll be good again. I'm sure that a future installment will get the taste of this one out of my mouth. I've already gotten shit for trying to compare this to Godzilla Minus One. But I'm sorry, Godzilla Minus One, even though it's I know it's an alternate timeline, don't at me about it. I know that it's in the main timeline and this is in the MonsterVerse timeline. I get it. It's still a fucking Godzilla movie. And when you compare this movie to that one, or even to Monarch Legacy of Monsters, which was really freaking good, there's a human element. The problem with Godzilla Kong, The New Empire, is that there's a human element, I guess, but it's not what's important. There's nothing to grab onto emotionally in this film. This movie, early and often, is about punching. It's just noise. There's nothing in a void. There's really nothing to it. There's nothing terrifying about the destruction in it, unlike Minus One. There's nothing worth actually getting choked up over, unlike Godzilla Minus One. Godzilla doesn't feel imposing at all. He's also barely in it. And he looks weirdly small in comparison to how he's looked in the other MonsterVerse films. And that leads me to my biggest point of all of this. The special effects in this are bad. I genuinely think the special effects in this look like shit. They're colorful. I'll give it that. There's a lot of, pinks and psychedelic colors. But it's just visual noise. It looks like a PS3 video game cutscene from like 2008. It doesn't look good. And the other problem is, and I don't even necessarily blame Adam Wingard for this, I blame someone over at WB or Legendary. This is really poorly edited. Adam Wingard directed Godzilla vs. Kong, which was the previous installment in this franchise, which I really liked. And you know what? It was edited kind of well. This movie, Godzilla makes one movement and there's like 6 different cuts. Especially if you watch it in 3D like I did, it is so irritating to your eyes. It is so overstimulated. Whoever was working the camera had like 6 shots of freaking 6 shots of coffee or 5-hour energy or something, because it is literally just the whole movie. It's about sound and fury signifying nothing. It is the epitome of it. Plot? What's the plot? The plot is there's some otherworldly thing in the Hollow Earth, which was a lot cooler than the last movie, and Rebecca Hall, Brian Tyree Henry, Dan Stevens, and the kid, who are all pretty decent. They're not given anything to do except Dan Stevens. Like, he's the only one who's a real character and not an exposition machine. And these are all... I love Rebecca Hall. I love Brian Tyree Henry. They are almost never bad. And they're not necessarily bad here. They just have nothing of substance to really do. It's just noise. There's just nothing here. The only one with the personality is Dan Stevens. He comes out of this, he's basically doing like a Chris Pratt and Guardians thing, and I dig that. And I think he really brings some swagger and charm to his role. But everybody else, it's really more of a Kong movie than it is a Godzilla movie. And that's fine. My favorite film in this franchise thus far is Kong Skull Island. I'm cool with it being a Kong movie. But Kong feels like he's in this plot for no reason other than he has to be. When we meet him, it's, you know how people often complain about how legacy sequels take these awesome heroes and show them as these old, kind of wasting away characters like Indiana Jones 5, which I don't think it had that problem. Godzilla Kong the New Empire has that problem. When we first meet Godzilla, he's down in the dumps, he's scarred up, he's been through some shit, he's old, he's tired, and he has an infected incisor. Like, he doesn't want to be bothered, and yet because of magical whatever, he's involved. This and all they do is this sort of red Kong. That's it. It's just this like random no-name thing, and there's whole sections of it dedicated to like him and the baby Kong and all the other monkeys just screeching and roaring at each other, but not in any kind of way that is thematically moving or interesting as like a silent sequence. We're not talking Gendy Tartakovsky's Primal here or anything. I think that's what it's going for. It's not succeeding because it doesn't know how to do visual storytelling without the insanity. And I found this weird feeling about an hour in, this combination of trying to get, of like this weird combination in my mental state of like, I want to go for this. I want to like this. It's a mixture of anxiety because it's dawning on me that I'm going to hate this movie, and also anxiety-induced boredom and numbness to just the constant noise and insanity with no heart. The problem with this movie is it has ones and zeros where its heart should be, and when you compare it to, and again, if it were just a straight-up action film without a human element, that would be fine if the action was better shot, but it's not. It looks like a video game. Godzilla vs. Kong didn't feel that way. Godzilla vs. Kong, there was scale and there was weight to it. This is so empty. I came out of this movie, and then it just stops. It doesn't end. It just kind of it just stops. And there's no cliffhanger, so I'm guessing they're kind of treating this as a finale. Honestly, if that's true, I'm even more disappointed, because I want them to have another shot at this and make a good one again. But this was just such a bummer. I'm going to be generous because there are cool moments. I have to admit that it's barely a Godzilla Kong team-up movie. So if you're going for that, come in the last 15 minutes and you'll get what you paid for. Other than that, no. But that part of it is cool. I also think there are some sequences that really work. There's a sequence that involves Dan Stevens sort of doing like a dental procedure on Kong, where the scale is really felt. It's one of the few scenes where you're like, okay, this is a gigantic ape creature. This is just a man who is normal to us, but is puny and is on the tooth of this thing. It felt like actually kind of intense. And then there's a big fight at the end in Zero Gravity that is in the trailer, but it's kind of cool in the film. And there's one kind of neat sequence when they're first going into Hollow Earth that's like really trippy, and the visual style actually kind of benefits it because it intentionally makes you feel kind of anxious. And Dan Stevens, but that's it, and that is why I'm not going to go full middle finger kindness with this movie. But it's so crushingly disappointing, I almost kind of want to. I don't want to give it the satisfaction of not doing that because it's such a letdown, but I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give this 1.5 stars. But I really, genuinely hated this movie. Ask me again tomorrow and it might drop down a little bit. I'm going to be real about it. This was such a crushing disappointment. And again, much like the audience from Crispiracy, I'm on your side. I like these movies. This was just a bad example of the kind of movie it wanted to be. Anyway, what a disappointment. So anyway, trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Bad Boys, Ride or Die. This looks like fun. I like the Bad Boys movies. The Blue Angels, talked about it, looks good. Civil War, talked about it, looks good. Twisters, talked about it, looks good. A Quiet Place, Day One, talked about it, looks good. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, this was an IMAX exclusive. Yeah, it looks cool. Beetlejuice, let's go. I'm really excited for that one. And then Furiosa, Mad Max Saga, this was a new trailer. Looks really good. And was there Shawarma? No, there was not. Not a thing. It wasn't even like graphics or anything. It literally just stopped roll credits. I'm not even kidding you. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, tomorrow's in the Land of Saints and Sinners. We got Sperm World. I love the title. And Steve Martin, a documentary in 2 pieces. Both are documentaries. And we also have They Shot the Piano Player and more to come, including the first quarter report. That'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything at either Raise It On Popcorn with Grant or Raise It On Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of Godzilla Kong: The New Empire? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we're all Raised On Popcorn. Big mind extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around. Bye.